Hello, and welcome back. This time I'll be reviewing Transformers Season 3. What can I say about Transformers Season 3? It's overall a mixed bag of good and bad. Um, to a lot of people, this is when the show got downhill. A lot of G1 fans because Optimus was gone, totally different cast of characters, and totally changed status quo instead of being in modern day 1980s. We are jumped into the future a good 20 years or so. Um, for me, that's not a big problem. I love it. I love it that in the third season become a full blown science fiction than just modern day. But always funny thing about science fiction from years in the past. How the guesswork of how what advanced technology should be, and stuff like that. At least in here they do have the balls of saying it's in the year 2005, then or 2006, then just saying that it's in the year 20. Mega Man. Um, and the way I'm going to do this is going to be far less redundant than before my other reviews of the seasons because, that was kind of stupid. In here, I'm going to really pick out the episodes that I like the best and something that had some significance, good or bad. If it was just meh, I'm not going to be worth to mention it. Okay? Okay. Episode 66, Five Faces of Darkness. This is a five-parter, the biggest multi-parter of all Transformers. It goes 66 to already to 70. 5 parts. That's crazy, and it's all written by Flint Dillon. I couldn't find any real information on the man, so nothing much to say there. But in here, this 5-parter really sets up the whole kind of ongoing story for the whole season, kind of. More or less, it is Autobots versus Decepticons, but the Quintessons, the tentacle monsters from the film, the judge, jury, and bailiff and all those other guys in there. They're given a huge part than a small part, so that's really kind of cool setup. They picked something from the movie and they just ran with it, which I really find really cool. And the Quintessons are quite interesting, I find, and they really play into the Transformers mythos and history a lot, which I find is great. I know it's a little vastly different in the comics. I'm gonna start reading the comics soon enough. Don't worry, people. I'm gonna do it by issue, so I can get the most videos out of it and vary it out a bit. That's gonna be fun. Five Face Darkness was good. Sets up a lot of things, a lot of intrigue, mystery, and assassins. We get the return of Galvatron, who's in these plasma plits on a planet, and somehow the lava-like plasma interfered with his logic circuit, so now he's batshit insane, which is a bad thing, or could be a good thing played right, but this is one of the biggest weaknesses of Season 3. Galvatron, he was voiced by, in the movie he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, who did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. Love his deep raspy voice, just how he rolls his R's is fantastic, how he has these subtle growls. They got Frank Welker back, and you would assume Frank Welker would just go back to the regular Megatron voice. No. His voice is, Galvatron's voice. Frank Welker's interpretation of Galvatron is a total 180 on Leonard Nimoy's interpretation. Leonard Nimoy had threatening, he had menace, he had some gravitas to it. He had something to it, you can see he's a credible threat. He's intelligent, he's maniacal, he's thinking, stuff like that, he's megalomaniac. That's what I just loved about him. This is just sad. It's probably the biggest weakness in the show is the villain. Galvatron's voice is so horrible. I'm sorry, Frank. I know you can do better. You can do deeper voices. I know that, but still, come on. This is the best you can do. It's the same voice as Megatron, but without the raspy hollowness of no rasp to it. It's so whiny. It's impotent. It's It's non-threatening, it's non-credible, and it's graining onto annoying. And that was one of the biggest flaws, because Galvatron is such a cool character in the film. In the film, he's one of the coolest villains there is. But there is a good thing to this. There's a savior. Cyclonus. Oh god, the guy who does Cyclonus' voice is fantastic. Cyclonus is such a cool character, you know. He has different angles to him. He's really neat. He's really cool. He has a sense of honor. And it's just, he's really neat. He's really awesome like that. And after that, we have the Killing Jar, which is a great episode, which kind of shows that of Cyclonus' honor side, and he has a rivalry against Ultra Magnus, which really plays out really fun. Chaos. Chaos was a good Cup episode. It was a Cup character episode, and I think that's when we introduced to the Predacons, I believe. Or if I'm totally wrong, I'm sorry. I totally forget from season 2 if the Predacons were in there. But Chaos is good. The problem is they didn't get Leonard Standard back to voice Cup, but they did get a pretty good sound alike. After that, 23, Dark Awakening. Dark Awakening is infamous for being quite cruel to Optimus Prime fans. It's a dark episode. It's dark. There's some dark lines to it. Hot Rod does have a good funny line in there. He has kind of a dark humor. I mean, Hot Rodimus Prime, he has kind of a dark twisted humor. Like a ship explodes, they're flying out orbit, and they have Spike and Danny with them in spacesuits. We're about to run out of air soon, and Rodimus says, "Well, you have two options: to suffocate or smother." And that made me laugh. I know it's horrible, but it was funny. Dark Awakening is a realization of other things that other Autobots like Prowl from Wheeljack to all other ones, Ironhide, did really die, and it really does cement and show the gravity of the situation that happened in the movie. And the Quintessons bring back Optimus Prime back to life as a zombie. Or not a zombie, but under their control, and it's really quite dark and mean to the characters, but still, he has a great fight with Rodimus. That was a ballsy episode. I commend them for that. 74, Forever's a Long Time Coming. I believe this is the episode Daniel and Grimlock get sucked in medieval times or a dimension like that, and Grimlock, if there's the greatest thing about this season, the greatest thing about this season is Grimlock. This is Grimlock's season. God, every episode he's in, he is priceless. He is awesome. He's funny. He is adorable. Just, he has that whole character shift. As I said before, I think that before he's just a brutish jerk, then they made him into a likable, adorable character. And here he just rocks this season. The greatest thing about this season is Grimlock. The worst thing about the season is Galvatron. Everything else kind of falls into place, what you would expect from Transformers, and I really do enjoy it. 75, Starscream's Ghost. Now this was a good one. This was a good episode. This is really neat. It's nice to see Starscream back, and does really cool things in here. And they kind of use this idea later on in Beast Wars and really, play with that. 76, A Thief in the Night. Don't really remember that one that much. 77, Surprise Party. Surprise Party was quite interesting. I found myself really this is kind of an offshoot episode, kind of a silly one where Wheelie and Daniel try to figure out Ultra Magnus' birthday, and zany things happen. 78, Madman's Paradise, don't remember that one. 79, Nightmare Planet was an off one. It's that where the Quintessons use Daniel's nightmares to make apparitions to attack the Transformers. That one was kind of funny. 80, Ghost in the Machine. Ghost in the Machine is fantastic. It's a great callback to the movie. Can't be a callback because let's go, but whatever. It's a great, if you're gonna see some of the best Starscream episodes, be like Starscream's Brigade from season 2, Starscream's Ghost, and Ghost in the Machine. Because in here he tries to revive Unicron, which by this time Orson Welles was dead, so they did get a sound alike, which was fantastic. The same guy does Ultra Magnus and Cyclonus. I totally forget his name. I apologize. Um, 81 Webworld. Webworld was interesting. Written by Lee Wee, Len Wein, and Diane Duane. Lee Wein's known for making Wolverine and Swamp Thing. Famous writer. Webworld was fun. It's probably the best Galvatron episode, in which he is sent to an insane asylum by Cyclonus, tried to get him help, and just, try to fix him. It was kind of funny things. Carnage in C minor. Oh god, that episode. Just probably one of the most. If you thought Wheelie's rhyming was annoying, Christ, you see nothing yet with Carnage in C minor. Skip it. Ugh, or see it of how bad it is. Then episode 83, the Quintessonian Journal. Great episode. Great origins in here, stuff we learn about the Transformers past, quite fun, good. Episode 84, the Ultimate Weapon. I forget. Okay. Episode 85, the Big Broadcast 2006. This is definitely a Wreck-Gar episode. Yes, they didn't get Weird Al. Oh, not Weird Al. Weird Al does animated Wreck-Gar, but I'm thinking of Eric Idle. But they did get a good sound alike. I think Frank Welker did him. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it's interesting how the Quintessons control all the Junkions and people around the world by TV. 86, Fighter Fleet, don't remember. 87, Dweller of the Depths by Paul Dini. Paul Dini, from comic book fame, great writer. Dweller of the Depths is a really good one. You can say this is quite a precursor to the whole Beast Wars idea of robots and machines fusing together, or not really in harmony, that they use the biological implements to help them in battle or disguise and stuff like that. In here is a really creepy episode. This is probably one of the first episodes you do see of zombie-like Transformers. Quite good episode. See it, yep. 88, Only Human by Susan K. Williams. After a great episode, we get a shit episode. We get a fucking G.I. Joe crossover. Ugh. I don't like G.I. Joe. I don't care for it. I just don't. It's not my cup of tea. I didn't grow up being a soldier sniffer or a military brat, army brat or whatnot. I just really don't like G.I. Joe or the whole... Not saying it's propaganda. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. I don't like G.I. Joe. Never really liked military things like that. Or military, hoorah bullshit, really. After that, 89, Money is Everything. This was a good, I believe this was one with Octane and Triptychon. And I believe this is the episode where Casey Kasem left the show because they went to the country of Carbamia. And he found it quite offensive because he is Lebanese, and it was very much, kind of offensive to people of the Middle East. 90, let's see here, Grimlock's New Brain. This is where he creates the... No, Money is Everything. That's not fucking, that's not Octane. Derp. That's a different episode. Episodes got mixed up during the show's run. Grimlock's Brain should be first, then Money is Everything. Money is Everything has to do with the Han Solo character trying to steal money or something like that for the Quintessons. Grimlock's New Brain, where he makes the... What is it? The Combaticons? No, not the Combaticons. Datacons? I can't remember. Just a bunch of new robots I can barely remember. This is when the show kind of teetered out a bit, they're adding too many characters. Grimlock's New Brain was okay. That was quite funny how he spoke intelligently. Episode 91, Call the Primitives. This is Grimlock's episode. It is great. Every single Ambalistic or Ambal-influenced or beast-like Transformer come together and they have to fight this being of pure energy, and it's a really good episode, and Grimlock's definitely the star of this. It's a fantastic episode. It's great. Episode 92, Face of Ninkicha. This episode is definitely Perceptor's episode. It's a weird one. It's a weird, odd, kind of very Star Trekian offshoot episode, which I really enjoyed. Next to that, The Burden Hardest to Bear 93. This is the one where you get the hints of Optimus Prime coming back, the hints, the whispers of Optimus Prime's return, and this is where you know Optimus Prime really he does kind of a character shift down here, where he becomes more of a whiny bitch because the fanboys of G1 were probably sending in letters saying they want Optimus Prime back. They didn't care for Rodimus, and this started the whole unraveling the thread and just going back to Optimus Prime. I love Rodimus and I love Optimus Prime, but fanboy bitching and moaning will get you far. Sometimes. Episode 94, The Return of Optimus Prime, Part 1. What can I say about this one? It paints humans in a bad light, and you know what? I like it. Fuck humans. This is very much the hate plague scenario, what happens, and Optimus Prime is against all odds. They bring him back to life, and that's the episode after, but in here, it's the whispers that bring back Optimus Prime. They find Optimus Prime's body, but it's completely intact. This is a callback to Dark Designs, in which his body was totally blasted to scrap. His eye was missing, his arm was missing, but they find him completely intact. So major retcon there, and they bring him back, and just this scientist who hates the Autobots and Decepticons think them as equally as bad, kind of like how some people see the Jedi and Sith are the same thing, whatnot. Who cares? They both come from the core thing, but they have branched off to different paths. In here, it does paint humans in bad light, which I like, because we're not that great. And episode 95, the final episode of season 3, this is where Optimus really shines, and here we're kind of a shoo-in Goldbug, because Bumblebee was so fucked up in a fight. They had to rebuild him, and they made him into Goldbug. And you know what? Nobody likes Goldbug. Nobody likes him. Nah. We like Bumblebee. Where was I? Nobody likes him. And in here, it was a great sending off of the "You Got the Touch" for the final moment of pulling out the Matrix and erasing the hate plague around us. And that was the end of season 3. It was a fun ride. It was a mixed bag at some points. Other points, I truly enjoyed it. It was a fun science fiction romp. Had lots of great parts, but next time, Primus help me. Primus help me on fire. Season 4, 3 episodes, and all 3 episodes of it.